Did you know that Alia Bhatt has hooded eyes? From her several looks, you can barely tell she has hooded eyes because she does a unique style of eye makeup that makes it look bigger, brighter, and less hooded. And it's her signature style. Hi everyone, it's Smitha. Welcome back. I'm going to show you how to do the same look with just 3 eyeshadows using eyeshadow mapping. And what is eyeshadow mapping? If you like to do a master class in eye makeup, you have to learn eyeshadow mapping, which is placement of eyeshadows to define an eye look. But first, what are hooded eyes? You can do this experiment in front of a mirror. Just look straight and see how much of your lid space you can actually see. If you can't see much of it because it's hiding under some extra skin, which we call the hood, you might have hooded or partially hooded eyes. It's common and normal to have hooded eyes, but when you apply eye makeup, you may not be able to see it because it'll be hiding under that extra skin. And that may also weigh down on your lid to make it look heavier. So doing a look like this will lift your eyes and make it appear bigger and brighter. With hooded eyes, because we have less lid space, we will try to create as much space as possible under the brows by pushing the brows upwards. Even if your brows are very close to your eyes, try to push it as high as possible. The plan is to maximize the space underneath. I'm using the Clear Air Brow Gel by Kosas, and I'm going to push my brow hair up. The gel is going to keep the brow hair in place, and then I'm using a brow pencil to fill in just the sparse areas. This is from Koki Cosmetics. Of course, I'm going to link all of these products in the description box below. I love this pencil because it has a micro tip, so it's very easy to draw those natural hair-like strokes. And remember not to overfill your brows because we don't want anything to weigh down on the lids. We want to make it look light and fluffy. Next, I'm going to be using Milani Concealer. This is in the shade 145. I'm taking a little bit in the back of my hands and I'm going to use a concealer brush to brush it over my lid to even out the skin. My skin tone on the lid is deeper than what it is underneath the brows. So by using the concealer, we are evening out everything so that creates a clean canvas for your eye makeup. To prevent creasing, I'm going to lightly set this with the One Size Translucent Setting Powder. My signature style that I always teach in my classes is I like to use a sponge tip applicator to map all of my eyeshadow looks. I'm going to be using a neutral eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. I'm dipping the sponge tip applicator in a neutral medium brown shade. And if you observe carefully, I'm taking it on the side of the sponge tip. That's because it's easier to get those thinner lines. So for thinner lines, I use the side. If I want thicker, I just use the main part of the sponge tip. Looking straight in the mirror, I'm going to mark a point where I'll be creating a new crease above my natural crease line. So when I keep my eyes open, I should still be able to see that crease. And with the sponge tip, I'm simply going to carve it from the outer to the inner corner and then use it in my lower lash line as well. The mapping of the crease and the lower lash line are done. All I have to do now is take a blending brush and soften this. When you create eyeshadow looks like this by mapping it and then blending it out, it increases the precision. It shows you exactly what needs to be placed and it gives you control over the intensity of the eyeshadows that you're using. And overall, your final look will look more defined. I'm also going to soften my lower lash line. For the second eyeshadow, I'm taking a lighter bone shade and placing it right in the center of the lid. And with my finger, I'm going to quickly spread and soften it. She does this kind of eye makeup in pretty much every look like I mentioned before, and it is such a clever way of using darker and lighter eyeshadows. The crease and the lid shades are contrasting now. We have a defined crease and a big, bright, beautiful lid. This is a nude eye pencil by Colourpop. It's called Honey Dude. I'm going to use it in the outer half of my waterline. That gives the illusion that the whites in the eyeballs have expanded in size, and that again makes your eyes look bigger. Now using the third and the final eyeshadow, this deeper shade of brown, I'm going to pull out a small wing and line just the outer half of my lash line. And that should give a pulled out lifted effect. And then with a smaller angled brush, I'm also going to stamp it just below my lashes in my lower lash line. But again, I'm just keeping it to the outer half and later I'm going to smudge it out with the lighter brown eyeshadow. That again creates a beautiful contrast with the nude pencil that we used in the waterline and give more definition to the lower lash line. And then using a black pencil, I'm going to tightline my top lash line. I'm only joining and filling in those gaps between the lashes because I don't like that skin to show. Using the lighter bone shade again, I'm going to highlight my brow bones as well as the inner corner. And that again helps to attract more light towards your eyes, making it appear brighter. To finish up, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a coat of mascara. The one that I'll be using today is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara for high volume lashes. That's because we're not going to be using any false lashes. She barely wears false lashes in her looks, maybe once or twice when she has a smoky eye. But on a regular, when she does especially this eye makeup, she barely has any false lashes on. But of course, you're welcome to use false lashes if you prefer. That becomes a little bit more glamorous. Now let's look at my eye before the makeup one more time. And here is the after. It looks so much more bigger, brighter, and more elongated. And what I personally love about this look is it looks so youthful. Let's finish up with a little bit of blush and lipstick. For blush, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Gin Nude Powder Blush in But First Coffee. This is a very light blush and I'm going to keep it that way for this simple look. And as always, I like to apply it on the high points of my cheekbones to get that lifted effect. Before I apply lipstick, I like to line my lips with brow pencils because they don't feather out or bleed. Today I'm using a brown pencil. This is by Dominique Cosmetics. You can again call this as mapping of your lips before you apply the lipstick. I like to line my lips and lightly smudge it so it blends in with the lipstick. And to fill in my lips, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Pure Color Shine Lipstick in the shade Wrong Number. This is a soft peach with warm undertones. Just a perfect natural looking lip for a look like this. It's your lips, but just a better version. And here is the finished look. I feel like this looks so youthful, and that's so apt because it's the signature look of Alia Bhatt. If you plan to recreate this look, please don't forget to tag me. My socials are listed in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here or haven't already subscribed. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new one. Bye guys.